Hi guys, my name is Hugo. Today I want to talk about how to find work if you are a cinematographer or videographer. I already have a video about how much should you charge, and if you haven't seen it, here's the link. So how to find work? That's probably a very important topic since being a full-time filmmaker isn't easy. Most of creators' jobs are not stable jobs, meaning you can have 1 week being booked up every day and another month being without work at all. Quick disclaimer, there is no exact formula on how to find work, but I can share my experience and experience of my fellow friends in the industry. I'll probably have to break it down in a few sections: wedding videographers, real estate videographers, documentary filmmakers, corporate event shooters, and commercial and narrative DPs. Wedding filmmakers. In this industry, it's really hard to find work if you don't have a portfolio. So if you don't have a portfolio, you really have to get at least one wedding video in order to show what you're capable of to your potential clients. Find a local company that already successfully filming weddings. Contact them and offer them to work for free as an extra shooter. Tell them that you're gonna work as hard as you possibly can and follow all directions they have. I'm sure there is gonna be a company that will be willing to have an extra shooter on set. There is no such thing as too many shooters on wedding, and quite honestly, most of wedding videographers started this way. By working on someone who's way more experienced than you can learn a lot in little details how to shoot weddings beside actual filming. Wedding videography has a lot of underwater stones that's better be discovered before you go to film a wedding for someone on your own. You don't want to mess up someone's maybe most important day in their lives. If you are confident in your skill and knowledge, but just missing a portfolio, try finding some wedding video companies overseas. Offer them to pay something reasonable for using 1 or 2 videos for a limited amount of time only for promotion purposes. Just because you are overseas and you're not really a competitor, there is a high chance you can find someone who's gonna be willing to do this. With this video, you can much likely find a potential client. Just make sure you are using a video that is on the same level of quality as you can deliver. Don't pretend to be someone you are not or not able to deliver. This is really important. With this video, you can find wedding videographers and offer them your services. Most of the times, wedding videographers don't do videos, and there is a chance that the photographer you find doesn't have a video guy yet. So you can fill up this position. And each time when this photographer clients ask for a video guy, he'll bring you on set, of course with some type of compensation, maybe a percentage. A reasonable agent's fee is around 10 to 20%. You'll be surprised, but photographers actually prefer to have own video guy than working on a wedding with some stranger who can likely be on their way of pictures. And with own guy, he can make agreements and filming schemes about how to film and not to be on the way of each other. Real estate videographers. Same thing, portfolio. And that actually applies to all categories. We need portfolio, showreel everywhere. Since it's an architectural photography, you have to invest some time in studying how to shoot architecture. Since there are some basic rules that you need to follow, mostly related to verticals and horizons. But that's another topic, and video to what I actually have on my channel as well. Even finding a property to shoot for free isn't easy in this industry, simply because realtors rarely want to have a stranger to be on someone's property, and mostly when it's an expensive property. It's a liability. Sometimes a stupid vase can cost a fortune, you know? They don't want to take responsibility if something breaks. So firstly, try to think about people in your surrounding. Maybe you know someone who's a realtor, and maybe someone who knows a realtor. And even if there is no luck there, then try to find as many realtors in your area as you can. They all have their emails online. Send an email offering your services for free. And if you could get some type of basic production insurance, it will help to gain their trust as well. But be ready, you'll have to contact a lot of realtors before someone gets back to you. This is just the way it is. Even if this won't work, try doing the same thing like with weddings, with finding some footage overseas for your portfolio and rent it out. I personally would have no issues letting someone to use my footage as long as it's not going against my interest. And once again, just make sure you can deliver the quality of the videos you show to your clients. Corporate and event shooters. Pretty much like weddings, you have to find local companies that shoot events and offer them an extra camera operator for free. Unlike weddings, there is no much demand on portfolio in this industry. As long as you're a nice person, you should stay busy with this kind of work. Also, look up on websites where people post job ads, like Craigslist. You'll be surprised, but Craigslist, despite being a super outdated looking website, can bring you a lot of work. I personally met many of my regular clients from Craigslist. Also, try finding some local venues where events usually take place. Find management and leave them your business card. Be reasonable on your rates and you'll get calls. But at the same time, don't be too cheap. This has to be profitable for you. And quite honestly, no one will consider you seriously if you are too cheap. Documentaries. Making a portfolio for documentaries is quite easy. You can just make interviews with all your friends, relatives, and etc. Just have them talk about something important and film it in the best possible way you can. And you can find a video how to shoot interviews on my channel as well. The thing is that for documentary portfolio, you don't have to show an actual documentary. As long as you have a few interviews with different people in different locations with a good light and good sound, good quality overall, you'll be very much capable of filming an actual documentary. You can also reach out to some local businesses and offer to shoot a promotional video. These days everyone knows about social media power and pretty much all the businesses will be happy to have a video like this, and since it's for free, they got nothing to lose. And by local businesses, I mean a flower shop, a coffee shop, a guy who makes a surfboard, pretty much anything. Music videos. Again, if you don't have portfolio, you can just find some musicians and offer a music video. Many artists would be happy to get a music video for free, since there are many talented artists but broke, since they are, as any creator, in the beginning hustling until they get somewhere. With music videos, it's very often the DP and director is one person, at least until you outgrow that with bigger production. Therefore, besides just filming, you have to be creative with your ideas. And if you're filming a music video for free, it's better be something creative so it can stand out. Just beautiful picture in music videos isn't enough. These days, the music video market is so saturated, and with gear that becomes more and more affordable, so many people can get beautiful images. Idea and interesting concept is your tool. Think outside the box, come up with some creative solutions, experiment. This way you can speed up the route to bigger gigs. All our filming industry is word of mouth, but music videos are probably related to this expression the most. Musicians tend to hang out with other musicians, and if they're happy with the music video you've made for them, they will recommend you to others, or others will simply ask for your contact from your artist. Once you build up your portfolio, you can send directly to artists you want to work with. Just make sure you have a good treatment idea, and you'll get the work. And keep it real. Send your work to artists that are realistically approachable. I don't think if this will work if you try to reach out Jay-Z or Beyonce. But who knows? We never know. Maybe if your ideas are strong enough, you can get a hold of big names too. I know people who actually got successful with that too. Commercial and narratives. These are the projects where you have to have more than enough experience and skill. And to gain that experience, you most likely have to spend years doing work I talked earlier. There is no miracles, and to get experience is needed for commercials and narratives, you have to study a lot. By study, I don't mean you have to go to film school. These days you can find pretty much anything online. And besides theory, you have to practice as much as you can. Find a commercial or a narrative project in genre you like. Try replicating those commercial or scenes from the movies. You learn so much by just trying to recreate exact same shot or scene, because many things don't seem to be obvious and come up only during the process of creating. Commercial and narrative world isn't easy. It has a strong competitive side. You'll have to invest a lot of time and be patient. By practicing recreating shots from commercials and movie you like, eventually you'll build a decent portfolio that you can present to your potential clients. To get more skill and knowledge and meet potential clients, you'll need to find a work as PA, production assistant on big set. This is the most popular way to get connections and potentially work. You can get as PA even to major shoots, since for PA you don't have to be in union. I have many friends that broke into the cinema world exactly this way. Working on big sets is maybe the best school you can get. You'll see how everything works and how it should be done. And if you are a hardworking and nice person, most likely you'll meet people who discover your skill, and that's where your show reel will be handy. With a good opportunity, you can show a show reel to someone who can bring you on smaller productions as someone in camera crew, and that is where your journey begins. For all categories I mentioned earlier applies that once you have enough for your portfolio, make a nice show reel and post it everywhere you can: Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Craigslist, and etc. Make sure all your friends know what you do. They will refer to you every time someone needs a video guy like you. Sign up for groups on Facebook about productions and film jobs. You can find quite a few in this topic. And just monitor what people post there. Use every tool you can to get your show reel to be seen. And regarding work for free, I'm not a fan of offering or doing work for free. I believe every work should be paid. But in cases like building a portfolio, there is probably no other way. You just have to know when to stop and when it's enough material for you and for your portfolio. I hope all this information was useful for you. Make sure to subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Thank you for your time. Bye.